Hey, how is it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my NFC Championship Game preview / prediction video. Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Who would have guessed, right? Definitely just kidding. Pretty much everybody was predicting this game. But yeah, this isn't unfamiliar territory for either team because they played each other twice this season. So this is going to be the third matchup of the year for them. I mean, obviously they played one in San Francisco, one in Seattle. And this game's going to be in Seattle, obviously. In one of these games, Seattle blew out the 49ers. The next game, the 49ers come back and win by 2. And that game was the 19-17 finish. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, the game that they won 29-3, that was at home in Seattle. And then the one they lost to the San Francisco 49ers was away. That was the 19-17 game. So it's shown, and I've mentioned this before, that just because a team rematches, the first game doesn't always matter, and it's not a big implication, definitely for me, when predicting a game, because that's a prime example. One time they come out, beat them 29-3, absolutely smash them, and the next time come out and they lose to them. So I never really put emphasis on that, and I always will repeat that, because that's what a lot of people predict it by. Just because they beat them one game 29-3, that means they'll win the next game. No, that doesn't mean that by any stretch of the matter. So it's going to be a tough game because these teams are so even. So even, it's ridiculous. So maybe home field will be the biggest factor in this game. We'll have to see. But the San Francisco 49ers came out and played amazing defense against the Panthers. I thought the Panthers were going to play better than that. And they didn't. I thought the Panthers were going to win, and they didn't. The 49ers came out, surprised me when the football game. Colin Kaepernick played good. They controlled the football, didn't turn it over, played really good defense, particularly in the second half. Only gave up 73 yards in the second half, so that was impressive. Then on the flip side, the Seahawks in the first half only gave up 34 yards passing to the spectacular Drew Brees, who's broke so many passing records in the NFL. So both teams have a lot going for them, and it's going to be a fun game to watch. Even though it's the third time they played this season, the unexpected happens every single time. So the 49ers going to make it another trip back-to-back years to the Super Bowl, or it's going to be the Seattle's first trip since 2005, if I'm not mistaken. What's going to be the deciding factor in this game? Alright, like I said, both teams are even. Both teams have really good running backs. Frank Gore from the 49ers, Marshawn Lynch from the Seahawks. I think obviously you have to give the edge there to Marshawn Lynch, even though they're both solid. Both have solid quarterbacks. Russell Wilson from the Seahawks, Colin Kaepernick from the 49ers. I think there you have to give the edge to Colin Kaepernick. He has the playoff experience. They're both pretty similar. I mean, obviously, they both can run. They both can throw the football. But I still, playoff experience, give it to Colin Kaepernick. Home field, obviously a big factor for the Seahawks. They've only lost, I think, once this season at home, and that was to the Cardinals a couple weeks ago. And the Cardinals are giving teams fits at the end of the season, anybody they played. But it seems like the Seahawks are, I mean, obviously really tough to beat at home, so that's going to be a big factor. I mean, this being a playoff game, a game that can bring you to the Super Bowl against a rival, division rival in the 49ers, it's going to be crazy in Seattle. So definitely that factor goes there. Wide receivers, man, that's about even. Both teams have really good wide receivers. I mean, Anquan Bolden, got to throw in Vernon Davis, a tight end there for the 49ers, Michael Crabtree. On the other side, the Seahawks, Golden Tate, Percy Harvin, and everybody you throw out there is pretty solid receivers. That's if Percy Harvin is healthy, which is, who knows. And Jonathan Baldwin also, and you got a bunch of talented receivers there. I think you might have to go with the 49ers there. And defensively, it's a toss-up at each position. Both teams have great defenses. Every phase of the defense is great. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I think it's going to be, whatever way it goes, it's going to be a close game. I wouldn't be surprised if this game was decided by 3 points or less, kind of like the 19-17 game before. But these teams are so even that it's really hard to predict a winner. So I'm going to do the one cop-out that you can possibly do in a matchup like this. What advantage is a little different, and a home field advantage. I'm going with home field advantage because these teams are so similar. I mean, obviously, I think Seattle has the best home field advantage in all of football. The weather's probably going to be all eerie. And the 49ers, they show though that they before against the Packers that way they can come out and win no matter what the weather is. So the weather factor is nothing, but it's just the home field advantage. Crazy things in Seattle, the 12th man playing at home. Seattle is hard to beat, and they beat them before at home 29-3. And San Francisco, obviously, the 49ers won that game, obviously. But I'm going to stick with my pick to go to the Super Bowl, the Seahawks. I have them beating the 49ers. Let's go 20-17. Seahawks over the 49ers. Home field advantage is the only difference because these teams are both great football teams. And I know I'm probably getting a lot of hate, but there's no real reason, to pick one team over the other. So it's really just a toss-up and a guess at this point because not one team really has a clear advantage any way of the you can spin it. So I'm going home field advantage, and that's the only reason why right there. So, like I said, 20-17 had the Seahawks winning. So let me know who you think wins in the comment section below. If you're a fan of either of these two teams, let me know. And if you're a 49ers fan, I know you're probably angry with me. It always happens. Everybody calls me stupid, but let me know why you think the 49ers win this game. I know you probably have a bunch of great reasons, understandably, but like I said, the only reason I have the Seahawks, as stupid as it sounds, is just home field advantage. So let's keep it simple. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more NFL playoff coverage coming into with recaps and previews of every single game once the Chargers and Broncos game goes final. I'll be coming at you with a recap of that. And I'll be coming at you with a recap of the AFC Championship game, which will be between the Patriots and the Chargers or the Broncos. And I'll also come at you with Super Bowl previews, etc., etc. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/SRTR. And as always, guys, roll Tide, go Sox, go Titans to you. I will catch you guys later. Peace.